All right, here we go with ISO number 6. ISO number 6 looks like this right here. And as I look at that, I'm looking at it and I recognize that not the back side, the left side of that looks like an L. And basically this is an L with a diagonal gash cut out of it. So that's essentially what I'm going to do. So I'm going to make an L and then cut a diagonal gash out of it. So I want to actually start my sketch this time on the right plane. And on this right plane, I'm going to produce my L shape. Now, I can make that happen pretty easily if I do a good job of finding a good spot to start my lines. So if I start there and go down to here and go over to there and go straight, see how that wants to go straight up? Do that, go in like that, and then go straight up like that, and then over to there. There's only a couple of things I'm going to have to do to make sure things are, what I want them to be. So I'm going to start with doing a couple constraints here. So I'm going to go into, I'm going to get out of the tool that I'm using is what I need to do. And I want, these two are not currently perpendicular, but I'd like them to be. So I'm going to tap those two lines and tap over here, and I'm going to find the perpendicular constraint. And those are perpendicular. All right, and then this line right here was already created in a horizontal fashion. So I think it's going to be okay. I'm going to try to move this point a little bit and see what happens. Yeah, see, it's not moving diagonally at all. It's just moving vertically or horizontally. So that's a good thing for me. All right, so now I am going to dimension this. So I'm going to get my dimension tool out. I need this to be 5 units. All right, 5. And I need this to be 5 units. Should pop up here soon. There it is. 5, check mark. All right, and that's going to bother me, so I'm going to move it out. And then this should be 3. And this should be 3. I could have also just made a different part 2, but it is what it is. I said 2, and then I did 2. That's supposed to be 3. All right, cool. So now I have my sketch. And again, just to double check, there's what I'm going for, number 6 right there. And I made the L shape. So it's 2 high, 3, kind of 3 units cut in. All right. So now I'm going to create an extrusion, and that extrusion needs to be, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. It's 9 units long. So I'm going to go 9 units. Check. All right. And that's actually going to look really good. That's what I want. So I have that L shape right there. And now I just need to cut a gash out of it. Now, we could do that lots of ways. I could create a triangle on the back that fits it and then just do an extrusion out of it. But I want to teach you another new feature today, and that feature is called a chamfer. And it's not a sketch. It's a 3D feature. There we go. So under 3D, chamfer is right there. Chamfer is basically a cutaway that looks like what I'm going for. So I need to select the edge that I want to chamfer. I'm going to pick the high edge. I know that this other one's going to be cut eventually, but I don't want to select that one. I only want to select this one right here, and that it'll end up cutting the other one for me. And I don't want this to be equal distance. I actually want to do 2 separate distances because if I look at, although I'm going to be wrong the moment I say this, if I look at this one, It's cut 5 back, and it is 5 up. So it is technically an equal distance. So I could do equal distance, and I could do 5 units, and there it is. Check. All right, that's it. That's ISO number 6.